getting some breaking inputs now. So the Congress party is defending Rahul and Sandeep Dikshit's antics. The diplomacy jibe that was taken. The war of words is escalating. The question that is being asked is, did Rahul Gandhi go too far? Well, the answer from the Congress party is no. Tariq Anwar says the comment was on a lighter note. And Sukhdev Bhagat of the Congress says Rahul used sarcasm. Then you have Mr. Pramod Tiwari who says nothing compared to what the PM has said. So the Congress party is making it clear that they stand by Rahul Gandhi and Sandeep Dikshit. The act that they saw on stage, that diplomacy, and even the comment is being justified by the Congress party. According to Congress, Rahul Gandhi and Sandeep Dikshit certainly didn't go too far. They are also drawing parallels between what the Prime Minister has said.
कि लाइटर मूड में उन्होंने ऐसा कहा होगा, उसको सीरियसली लेने की आवश्यकता नहीं है और भारतीय जनता पार्टी तो हर मामले को तूल देती है।
राहुल गांधी ने तो किया नहीं, और जो राहुल गांधी ने किया नहीं तो जवाब देना है अगर बीजेपी को, तो बताए बंगाल में किसने किया था? ओ दीदी, किसने राज्यसभा में मेरी आंखों के सामने एक वरिष्ठ पूर्व मंत्री को सुपर्णका कहा था? जवाब दे वो।
कोई भी राष्ट्राध्यक्ष होते हैं, उनकी गरिमा होती है, उनके और एक प्रोटोकॉल भी होता है कि उनके हर चीजों के लिए। लेकिन नरेंद्र मोदी जी पता नहीं, उनको एक बहुत बार या तो कुछ ऐसी थ्योरी वो दे देंगे, उनका जेस्चर भी आप देख लें, जिस प्रकार वो हक करते हैं, हक करने के भी तरीके होते हैं। और मैं तो हमेशा ये मैं कहना चाहूंगा कि प्रधानमंत्री जी को, जो उनके पूर्ववर्ती जितने भी प्रधानमंत्री हैं, या तो उनसे सीखना चाहिए, उनको देखना चाहिए, उनको पढ़ना चाहिए। लेकिन प्रधानमंत्री जी वो तो नॉन बायोलॉजिकल प्रधानमंत्री है, तो अपने आप को कुछ अलग मानते हैं। राहुल जी का जो था, उन्होंने कि जो हग करने की प्रवृत्ति है, जो बाहें फैला के जिस प्रकार दौड़ के जाते हैं और अगले की इच्छा है या नहीं इच्छा, जिस प्रकार गले पड़ते हैं, तो वो कहीं से भी हमारे लिए उचित यह है और प्रधानमंत्री पद के वो विपरीत है।
Let's go across to Niyamika. She's joining us live on the broadcast. So there's a massive war of words. Congress party is now justifying the act, saying it was a comment made on a lighter note. Some also drawing parallels between Rahul Gandhi and what the PM has said.
Well, yes, indeed. We have seen that how this particular incident which had taken place yesterday when Rahul Gandhi was addressing an event of Rachnatmak Congress has drawn a sharp attack from the BJP side. We have seen that how the BJP has made this allegation against Rahul Gandhi and Sandeep Dikshit in particular, that these were very disgraceful remarks, very disrespectful towards a woman, that too against Giorgia Meloni, who is basically the Italian Prime Minister. That is completely unacceptable, as they have also made this, allegation against Rahul Gandhi, that this time he has crossed the limit, the way in which this particular jibe was being taken against Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Giorgia Meloni. So all of these matters have been taken up by the BJP, but on the other side we have also seen that how a counter is coming in on the part of the Congress party. Congress is basically stating that what about the statements which are being given by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, whether it is about the former Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee or what Prime Minister had stated about Sonia Gandhi or Renuka Chaudhary in particular. All of these statements have been quoted by the Congress party, as they are basically stating that if these kinds of attacks needs to be made, then the BJP should first answer about all these statements which have been used by Prime Minister or the other senior leaders of the BJP. So for that reason, they have stated that this particular issue was about the foreign policy of the Modi government, the way in which we have seen that how Rahul Gandhi yesterday had stated that there is some idea which has been there in
tracking all the developments. Thank you for getting us the details. I have to move on. We have some breaking inputs lined up on the broadcast coming in from the state of Karnataka, where a woman PSI has allegedly been assaulted and threatened by the daughter of a sitting MLA. This has happened in Srirangapatna Taluk. According to the complaint, Aishwarya, daughter of Tumukuru rural MLA B. Suresh Gowda and wife of ACP Gautam, allegedly abused the PSI, slapped her, assaulted her, obstructed her from performing her duty and issued threats following an argument over delay in allowing darshan. An FIR has been registered against Aishwarya under several sections of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. A counter complaint has also been filed by Aishwarya, claiming that the police officer abused her. So there's an FIR and a counter FIR as well. amid all this, more breaking inputs coming in on the broadcast. We're given to now understand that the BJP MLA has apologized for her daughter's assault case. MLA says sorry after the daughter slaps the police officer, says he is apologizing on behalf of his daughter. He went on to say, and I quote, "My daughter requested for darshan, the cop refused. Haven't seen video of daughter's assault." So while there's an FIR and a counter FIR, the MLA has come out to apologize. Let's listen in.
She has requested, she was in the VIP queue. She has requested to give a darshan in the Garbhagudi. So sub-inspector refused to allow her inside. She has requested, I have 2 kids. I also requesting, I am also MLA's daughters. If it is possible, try to put me inside to the temple. So she refused and she abused her. My daughter is telling. So whatever the police has abused her, put a pressure on her, I will not deny for that. I have not seen that, whether the video has not received by me, whether she has slapped or not. If my daughter has done any mistakes or any violation over in the temple, I am sorry for it, whatever my daughter has did it.
Let's go across to Imran, who's joining us live with more details. So the MLA says he has not seen the video of the daughter slapping the officer of the daughter's assault, but he says he is willing to apologize. He's offering an apology, although he does say that the daughter was asking permission for darshan and that the cops abused her. So he's reiterating the allegation, but he says he's sorry.
Well, the question is not about him apologizing because the case has been registered by the women PSI official against his daughter. Now, there has been no action since the 24 hours since the FIR has been registered. This is a serving officer on duty who has been assaulted. So far, the administration is, allegations that they are not taking action against since because she's MLA's daughter. Now, there has been the counter complaint has been given by Aishwarya claiming that the PSI officer abused her. That's the reason why in response she slapped the officer during duty. Now, the question is about what the law states. The law states that the officer has been assaulted, then there should be immediately been arrested for the obstructing officer from carry out public duty. That hasn't been done, and the allegations from the ruling for her is that because she's MLA's daughter, hence the district administration is backtracking on the arrest. So far, now the police officials we spoke to say that a counter complaint has been lodged, complaint has been given based on the legal advisory they have sought. Based on after that, action will be initiated.
All right, action not taken. MLA says sorry. Questions being asked on, is that enough? Why is action not being taken? Is this just a cover-up? Thank you very much, Imran, for getting us the details. Moving on, more breaking inputs coming in from Jammu Kashmir, where the Chief Minister, through a shocking comment, has led to a massive controversy. Now, this is about the Jammu and Kashmir Kota Rao. Omar Abdullah warns of Gen Z-like situation in Jammu and Kashmir. He says, and I quote, "Reservation changes must be implemented," and warns Gen Z-like stir if the delay continues. He also goes on to say that we won't be responsible for such a situation. So this statement came in on Jammu and Kashmir Kota Rao, where the Chief Minister was seeking clarity from centre. And while seeking clarity, he said Jammu and Kashmir Cabinet has replied to all objections. Changes made after Kota objections, and the Cabinet reply has been sent to LG as per the procedure. He also questioned the status of reply in the national capital and asked, has our reply even reached Delhi? And while making that statement, he also warned that there could be a Gen Z-like situation in Jammu and Kashmir if there is further delay on Jammu and Kashmir Kota issue. He said, we won't be responsible if there is a Gen Z-like situation in Jammu Kashmir. Let's go across to my colleague Sahil Suhail, who's getting us more details. A warning coming in from Omar Abdullah. He says if there's further delay on the issue of Kota in Jammu Kashmir, he says there could be a Gen Z-like situation, and if that does happen, we won't be responsible.
Yes, exactly. And this was a statement by, in fact, Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah today while responding to question related to approval of business rules. Remember, Jammu and Kashmir government, in fact, led by Omar Abdullah, is demanding some sort of modification in the business rule related to the governance in Jammu and Kashmir, where the powers are basically distributed between the Lieutenant Governor and Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister. So, Omar Abdullah basically saying and suggesting that more than business rule, the issue of reservation is also pending with central government. There were, in fact, in the process, the Jammu and Kashmir cabinet has already sent that file to Jammu and Kashmir Lieutenant Governor, who had forwarded it to central government. Central government had raised some objections, and then the Omar Abdullah basically says that those objections were replied by the government, and file was sent to LG
Right.
Manoj Sinha. But then after that,
Well, stay
they
on
don't
with us.
know.
We also have Mr. Ravindra Raina joining us on the broadcast. Sir, before I come to you and take your comment, let's listen into what Omar Abdullah said.
मैं तो उम्मीद लगाए बैठा हूं। हमने अपने तरफ से तो तमाम जो इस पे क्वेरीज उठाई गई थी और जो इसमें कुछ जो हमने प्रपोज किया था उस पे कुछ ऑब्जेक्शंस आई थी, उनमें भी हमने चेंजेस की। कुछ दिनों के बाद दिल्ली जाके ऑनरेबल होम मिनिस्टर साहब से मुझे मुख्तलिफ चीज़ों पे बात करनी है, इस पे भी बात कर लूँगा। आप सिर्फ बिजनेस रूल्स के हवाले से हमारे रिजर्वेशन की बात करें, कोई हमें बताए ना हमारे जवाब को क्या दिल्ली भेजा गया है, क्या उसकी मंजूरी हुई है? क्योंकि कहीं ऐसा ना हो कि जेनजी वाला सिलसिला यहाँ पे भी शुरू हो और उसके लिए फिर हम कसूरवार नहीं होंगे। हमने अपना काम कर लिया, हमने जवाब दिया, हमने जस्टिफाई किया कि रिजर्वेशन में जो तब्दीली लानी है उसको किस तरह जस्टिफाई कर रहे हैं हम।
Let's go across to Mr. Raina. He continues to be with us on the broadcast. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Raina. What is your first response to what the Chief Minister has said? A Gen Z-like situation in Jammu Kashmir?
See, as far as Gen Zs in Jammu and Kashmir are concerned, they are not just only our future, but they are our greatest assets. Their talent, energy, ideas and aspirations can definitely shape a stronger Jammu and Kashmir, more progressive and prosperous Jammu and Kashmir. But as far as taking our Gen Zs into the negative perspective is not good. Sri Umar Abdullah knows it very well that whenever Gen Zs required there to play their role, they played very positive roles. And even everybody is saying, cutting across the political lines, region, religion, Gen Zs are hosting tricolor, carrying out Tiranga rallies in Jammu and Kashmir. We trust our Gen Zs. As far as the political issues are concerned, whatever the reservation issues Sri Umar Abdullah have, he should resolve these issues with his cabinet, with his colleagues. And one should not relate such small issues, political issues, with the Gen Zs of Jammu and Kashmir.
Right. Mr. Raina, thank you very much for speaking with us. Once again, we'd like to play out that reaction of Omar Abdullah. Listen.
इम्प्लीमेंटेशन होगी।
मैं तो उम्मीद लगाए बैठा हूं। हमने अपने तरफ से तो तमाम जो इस पे क्वेरीज उठाई गई थी और जो इसमें कुछ जो हमने प्रपोज किया था उस पे कुछ ऑब्जेक्शंस आई थी, उनमें भी हमने चेंजेस की। कुछ दिनों के बाद दिल्ली जाके ऑनरेबल होम मिनिस्टर साहब से मुझे मुख्तलिफ चीज़ों पे बात करनी है, इस पे भी बात कर लूँगा। आप सिर्फ बिजनेस रूल्स के हवाले से हमारे रिजर्वेशन की बात करें, कोई हमें बताए ना हमारे जवाब को क्या दिल्ली भेजा गया है, क्या उसकी मंजूरी हुई है? क्योंकि कहीं ऐसा ना हो कि जेनजी वाला सिलसिला यहाँ पे भी शुरू हो और उसके लिए फिर हम कसूरवार नहीं होंगे। हमने अपना काम कर लिया, हमने जवाब दिया, हमने जस्टिफाई किया कि रिजर्वेशन